Hi, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney, and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. When I was a junior in high school, way back in 1972, I was one of the editors of the newspaper, the school newspaper. And when the juniors lost the softball game to the seniors, I was assigned to write the article about that. In just a minute, I'll link that back to a legal topic we're going to talk about, which is minors and assaults. Stay tuned. So a Quora writer writes, I'm 16. If an adult picks a fight with me, since I'm a minor, can I legally throw the first punch? Well, this is one of those questions we have to look at from two sides, because there's two sides to every story. First of all, from the adult's perspective, if we're talking about discipline of a child, hitting them is not a good idea, particularly when they're 16, because they're probably not going to feel it, and it's probably not going to matter. But you may wind up getting yourself in trouble for child abuse. So from the standpoint of the adult picking a fight with a child, A, it's stupid, and B, it's counterproductive. So don't do it. That's my best suggestion for someone who thinks about getting into a fight with a 16-year-old child. And I point that out because somebody once told me you should never get into an argument with an idiot, because somebody might come by and wonder which one of you is the idiot. And that is what happened to me every time I got into an argument with my 16-year-old kids. So I pass that along for whatever value it may have. Now let's look at it from the standpoint of the questioner. Can I throw the first punch if I'm the minor? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's sort of like, well, I'm a minor, so maybe I can get by with it. Not so fast. First of all, at the age of 16, there are a lot of crimes for which children are prosecuted as adults. Murder, aggravated assault, those sorts of things can be prosecuted as an adult crime. And even though you may go to detention in juvenile hall, you could still wind up in prison if the crime is serious enough. And particularly when you're dealing with older people, people like me who are 66 years old, and you hit somebody hard enough in the head, you may very well kill them. So as a general rule, nobody I have ever seen in any investigation I've ever seen done, I've never seen a cop say who threw the first punch. All I've seen is, let's look at the results and figure out what happened. Now, what that means for the 16-year-old is it isn't a good idea to throw the first punch. It is a much better idea to walk away. Yes, your pride may be wounded. Yes, you may be called a coward for not getting into a fight with an adult. But it's far better to not get into a fight than to deal with the aftermath afterwards. Let's get back to that time when I was in high school as a junior and an editor. You see, there's always two sides to a story. When I wrote the article, what I said was the juniors had come in second place and the poor seniors had finished next to last. Both technically true, but somewhat of a bit of misinformation in the process. Humorous, yes. Honest, not really. But you see, that's what happens when two people tell stories. One of them is going to shade the story to their benefit, and the other is going to shade the story to their benefit, and somewhere in between is going to be the truth. And to think that you get by with saying, well, he started it, so I threw the first punch, is going to make a difference if you wind up hurting somebody, you've got another thing coming. It's far better to walk away. De-escalation is always a much better option. Put your hands up and say, hey, look, I don't want any trouble. I'm going to just walk away. That's how you handle a situation where an adult picks a fight with a child, or where a child picks a fight with an adult. You just put your hands up and say, look, I don't want any trouble. I'm going to walk away. That's how you deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it that way, you may find yourself in front of a jury. All right, that's what I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please go over here and subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you have down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on here next time.